Hi, my name is Alex Orlino. I am making this personal video to mark the 10th anniversary of me choosing a life of becoming a vegan. Now, back in 1993, I am part of an environmental movement called Greenpeace. Now, during those times, I am having some sort of personal contradiction in my mind because I am part of the environmental movement, and at the same time I am also part of the whole structure of animal oppression by way of consuming meat and other animal byproducts. So it took me more than 8 years to eventually muster enough courage to tell myself that on this day, on February 1, 2002, I decided that I will no longer be part of the whole structure of animal oppression. During those times, I really don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just sort of taking a leap of faith uh, because I got used to consuming meat and other animal byproducts. So after that day, I never looked back. And now it has gone for 10 years. Now, to this date, I have gone a long way into understanding what I actually took during those times. Because now I know that about the issue of veganism, the issue of animal rights and animal liberation along the way during those past 10 years. So what is basically veganism? Veganism is the practice of refusing the use and consumption of any animals and animal byproduct. So now those who practice veganism are called vegans. Now, there are two types of vegans. Vegans for health reason and vegans for ethical reason. Now, vegans for health reason are those vegans who are not using any animals or consuming any animals or animal byproduct because they want to feel good, because it's healthy for them. So it's purely for dietary reason. Now, the ethical vegans are those who believe that animals are not for any human consumption or any human's disposition. In fact, they believe in animal rights and animal liberation. So what is basically animal rights and animal liberation? Because ethical vegans believe that animals has an intrinsic value to live and exist, free from any human disposition or uses. So also, prior to my involvement to the environmental movement, I am also part of the wider social liberation struggle. So the social activists that I work with were asking me, why the animals? Why animals? Why animal rights? Why animal liberation? So I answered them, and I made them to realize that because animal rights and animal liberation activists believe that animals are sentient beings. When we say sentient beings, it means that they have the capacity to feel fear, pain, happiness, sadness, and they have the capacity to dream, just like any humans. So it's a matter of raising the bar of rights from just humans to raising it to the involvement of other sentient beings such as animals. But mind you, the humans are the ones who chose and discriminate that this particular species has rights and this particular species has no right. So it is only us humans who can change and shape this consciousness that would involve recognizing the rights and liberty of animals. Now, uh, vegans are not a special breed of people. We are not superheroes. We are your typical person that you would meet in the street. We are your neighbors. We are pedestrians. We cross the street the same way you cross the street. We shop in the same shopping center that you shop. Vegans are ordinary men, women, and other gender diverse individuals who have chosen a life of compassion. Meaning anybody can choose this. Anybody would want to move from a life of cruelty to a life of compassion. Now, in order to know more about veganism and animal rights, there are many sources like books. One typical book is The Animal Liberation by Peter Singer, and many other books like Vegans with a Vengeance. And online, there are many online things that you can access. Earthlings is a good movie. Peaceable Kingdom is also a good movie. Forks Over Knives and A Delicate Balance. These are good movies where people would widen their perspective on why people are choosing a life of veganism. And and if you feel like you want to be more active and to convert your consciousness into action, there are a lot of animal rights and liberation groups. PETA is one group that is very active. And Sea Shepherd is also active in the protection of the whales. There's Animal Liberation in Australia and Animals Australia. So, and in other parts of the world, there are also animal rights groups. And these are many sources that you can get more information that are being denied to us by the mainstream media. Now, choosing veganism, some of my comrades in the vegan community are saying that it's easy. Much as I would like to believe that it is easy, I would not want to give false hopes on people that would choose to become vegans. Choosing veganism is choosing a life of compassion, and it will never be easy. It is difficult. And I say it's difficult, once we accept that it's difficult, the mere fact that it is difficult no longer matters. And besides, something easy is not even worth thinking about. Something difficult is worth overcoming. Now, the whole point of choosing animal rights and liberation is the point of choosing compassion. Now, what is compassion? Compassion is a virtue of having a deep empathy for other beings who cannot defend themselves. And in this case, the animals are voiceless and defenseless. And the mere fact that they are subjected to immeasurable and immense amount of cruelty and violence, it is because of humans. And it's only well-meaning humans who can change the condition and alleviate their condition. That's why there is a need for well-meaning individuals. It's like when workers are being oppressed, and they can talk about themselves, and they can organize, and they can have redress. The same way with women, they can organize and talk about themselves and get redress. But like children's, the environment, and animals, they cannot organize, they cannot unionize, they cannot rally. It's only well-meaning adults who will be able to speak up for them. That's why we have children's rights. And a lot of people are fighting for the environment. Now there is a void in fighting for the rights of the animals. Now that's where vegans, the ethical vegans are coming into play. Now, if we see that animal oppression is a problem, we have a choice in at this juncture. If we see it as a problem, that animal oppression, animal cruelty, and animal violence is a problem, we have two choices to become either part of the problem or part of the solution. There is no middle ground, because those who fence it are part of the problem. The animals need us. They are voiceless and defenseless. Because if it's not us, who? If it's not now, when? They need us most. They are being killed by billions every year. Please, let us not fail them.